let's start it.
Okay, so how's everybody's night going?
Awful.
Okay, it kind of sucks.
I could hear you, but you're a little quiet. But let me put you as a priority.
Me?
No, I was talking to Isaac.
Isaac.
Um,
I'm sick. Just turn me up.
Honestly, my night just got
you're
a
good
lot.
now.
Okay, well, Zach.
That's it, Chief.
All right, so we're here to discuss the final three and the games that each of them played and why each of them deserve to win. So let's get some initial thoughts. How do you guys feel about the season?
I think that I won too many competitions, but I became an icon in the process.
Yeah, I heard you're trying to beat my record.
I almost did.
Shit.
If I wasn't voted out, then I would have.
I feel like the season was interesting. I think we have a pretty good final three because, in my opinion, everybody in the final three deserves to be there, so that's good. I do think some things were a little interestingly coordinated by the hosting team, personally. Other than that, I think it was a good season, and I want a good round table.
I think that the cast was pretty well put together, other than a couple questionable choices.
Would be
Who?
Bailey.
We'd like some names.
Bailey.
what's the issue with Bailey? You got 7.
No, Bailey was a good casting choice.
Len, who you're talking about?
Whoopi and Skylar's activity.
All right, and what about the top three? What do you guys think about them?
Hans's and I.
Okay, I'll go first. So I personally feel like it's really good. Obviously, like there's Amanda, who is like your best friend or whatever. That's good, and also she played like really well on the side. Like I think like she had like a really good game. I wasn't like too close with her, so I don't know like what her game exactly was, but she didn't feel like close to the end, so I respect her for that. And she won an HOH, so like she's like doing well in my book. Then Tessa is obviously killing it, which we all know. She like won HOHs. She made game moves. She like took out Gabe, Romy, Walker, and she won Final Four HOH. So in my opinion, she's like playing the best. And then Hans, like he's like playing the worst in my opinion. He still played a good game. Like he was a really good UTR player. Like I don't think he's like necessarily a GOAT or a flop, but in my opinion, he does deserve to lose in a Final 2 situation.
I would differ with that opinion. I think that Hans played his game perfectly. So, well, not perfectly. No, that's a lie. But given his position in week 1, where in week 1, it was me and him on the block. So I came out there, I'm like, oh, hey, I'm going to trash Hans for a minute because I don't want to be the first boot. And then Hans just perfectly recovered from that, and then him and I became, like, really tight. We were, like, ride or die, so my perspective's definitely skewed in that perspective. But I definitely saw him trying to make moves, trying to position himself the best way that he could to get those relationships that could get him to the end, despite not having much comparability.
So you say that he tried to make moves and such. So do you think he was successful in making those moves in relationship?
Hi, can you hear me now?
I just stopped him in making some of those moves because I'm like, Hans, that's not in my best interest.
Okay. Well, I feel like that's kind of wrong just because, well, first of all, in the first week, he didn't have to recover because people already wanted you out like that. Like that was just like, period. Like the first week, like Hans didn't have to fight for survival in the first place because you were already like, you already were the massive target. So he didn't have to like fight for his safety. It was already guaranteed to him because like from like my experience and like my gameplay, you were the first name mentioned. And so he didn't have to fight at all because you were already kind of the target in that sense. Additionally, even if he did have a good game, which is like, that's like good for him or whatever, I still feel like he doesn't deserve to win over Amanda or Tessa because while his game was good, he didn't make any actual, in my opinion, outward moves. Whereas with Tessa, she actually got 3 targets out, which were Gabe, Roman, and Walker. She survived despite being in a huge, obvious duo with her comp win all the way to final 3, and she's still killing it. So in my opinion, I feel like while Hans had a moment with her, he doesn't necessarily deserve to win over Tessa. And then in terms of Amanda, Amanda had had an obvious, well, I don't know about obvious, but she was clearly aligned with Tessa, and she was nommed at the triple, right? Hans was nommed week 1, but after that, he was never nommed, or I mean, maybe he was, but he wasn't never a target after that. Whereas with Amanda, she was you nommed her in the triple, and she had massive butt on her hands. And despite Tessa and Amanda having massive butt on their hands from that triple eviction, they're still at final 3. So in my opinion, even if Hans still did play well, Amanda and Tessa did play better.
I wouldn't say Amanda did. I concede that Tessa definitely played a stronger game, but I'd still like to vote for Hans because I don't think he deserves to be a 0 vote. Sorry. Finalist. I think that if Hans wins final HOH and he takes Tessa, he's a fool, and I'm voting for Tessa.
Yeah.
If Tessa wins final HOH, Tessa probably wins. Amanda though, I didn't get a good lens on Amanda throughout the entire game, so I can't base my perspective off Amanda to say that Amanda was anything but under the radar. And I couldn't see much of her game. I'd need to wait for questioning to see Amanda's game better.
That's fair. I feel like in a Tessa and King or Hans situation, I feel like even if you want to give Hans a pity vote or whatever, that's nice. But at the same time, you have to realize that by doing that, you're also robbing Tessa of a perfect game, right? So if you want to do that, that's fine. But at the same time, Tessa does deserve a perfect game. So I mean, I see your point, and it's happy that I'm happy that you see my point on my perspective on Tessa. But at the same time, really think about how you're using your vote, because Hans, yes, doesn't deserve to get 0 votes, but Tessa deserves a perfect game, right? So in my opinion, it'd be cool if you could do that, but if you don't, I get why.
Oh my god. Don't text.
Okay, Keegan and Noavi, any thoughts on Hans?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Keegan says Hans cared more about placement than actually winning. Do you guys agree with that?
I agree. I do agree, because Hans did not play an outward strong game at all. He had this cute little UDR thing, but he didn't have an actual outward winners game. This org has a history of consistent amazing winners, and so in my opinion, if a UTR person who's the worst in the final 3 won the game, it would be an insult to the org, because it shouldn't happen. If you just look at the history of this org, it's always been really good players who usually comp out. And so Tessa would be an amazing addition to that lineup, but Hans wouldn't be. And I agree also with Keegan saying what he did. I mean, he couldn't. I mean, that being said, did he even win HOH? He couldn't control himself, how what the final 3 was. But he is in a really bad position now, because Tessa and Amanda, in my opinion, both deserve to win over him. So in my opinion, he's kind of fucked.
Do you think that Hans was screwed over by Whisk's leaving?
Possibly. Yeah, possibly. I feel if Whisk didn't self-evict, Tessa or Amanda would have one of them would have gone home for sure, because veto can only be used on one person, right? And if they had any sense of logic, they would have either evicted Amanda or Tessa. So that Hans was kind of fucked over by that. But it's what happened. So it's just a reality of situation. If he needed to, he could have won the final 4 HOH. I mean, it's hard obviously, but he could have done it if he was good enough. So he wasn't fucked over. He just didn't win F4 HOH, and now he's here. Because if he won final 4 HOH, Tessa or Amanda would be here right now. Because Tessa or Amanda would have to been on the block, right? One of them would have had to be on the block. So if he won the HOH, he would have been in a better position than he was, but he didn't win it. So
Okay, so seeing this as second chances, Hans was from season 1, and I would say he was probably maybe least connected from the community. Do you think it has any merit that he made it to final 3, considering he was from season 1?
Okay, so
I'm gonna say no.
Why?
yeah, you can continue.
So I'm gonna say no, just because I know I started the game with 0 connections, and I think that that's how it probably should have. Well, actually, my view's evolving now that I'm saying it out. But he deserves a little bit of credit, but not enough to shift anything for me.
That being said, he did have some like connections and like public image stuff, but that was like all really negative, right? Because like he like faked his death or whatever, right? So if people did know him, chances are it was for a bad reason. So in a sense, like it's kind of commendable that like he kind of overcame that like whatever that like image of him to like still make it far. However, like after week 1, did anybody even like target him? So like in my opinion, like it isn't that meritable because nobody just cared about him in the first place. Like he kept a good social because he's just a good social person. Like, I mean, in my opinion, like he didn't play amazingly. So if he was like Tesla level, like just like killing it, like doing everything possible, like just running the shit, then yeah, I'd be like, yeah, like he deserves that merit for like, coming so far. But really all he did was just have a good enough social to pass by, in my opinion. So I don't think it really was that big of a deal.
Sorry, I keep coughing.
Avi and Keegan, anything? Okay, it seems like Navi agrees more with Joshua and doesn't really think this being from season 1 and making it to final 3 gets any merit.
No, she didn't. It was 8-0. It was 8-0 for the vote.
Okay, and you guys mentioned that if Hans made the right moves, you'd see him in a better light. What kinds of moves were you hoping to see from him?
A move. Just like a move. Because like he didn't do anything except stay on the radar. Like
But how can you do anything if you can't win a comp?
that's his problem. Like what? And second of all, you can still do stuff with your social game. Like I played a decently big role in Walker's eviction, and I was even like I didn't have any power that week either. So like in my it's a mean anything. Like you can still do stuff just clearly socially and strategically. It doesn't have to be like comps or anything.
So, in what aspect do you think Hans did the best in terms of the Big Brother game? Like social or strategic?
One second. So Romy, did you see the Roundtable chat?
Yes.
Okay. I was just like asking just in case you didn't. Anyway, so yeah, what did you ask? Sorry.
I wasn't saying that comp wins don't equal good game play. Because, like, I think that I definitely dug myself in a big hole, and I needed the comps. That wasn't good gameplay. Was I good? Was I a big threat? Yes, but was it good? Never mind. I'm not talking about me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What I was saying was, what do you think Hans excelled at or did the best in the game in terms of the game of Big Brother?
knowing how to get far. I think that if Whisk stayed, he talked to me about this in his game, that he wanted me, Whisk, and him going far. Now, I know that he wouldn't have, he definitely would have cut me at like 5 or something. Like, first shot he would have taken. I told him if he becomes a big threat down the line, I'm voting him out. If I become a big threat down the line, vote me out. But he did want Whisk at the end with him, and I think that he's just getting very screwed over by Whisk leaving.
Okay, does anyone have anything to say about Hans?
I think it's just kind of interesting. Like, yes, Wiz did evict, but that didn't have to ruin his game. Like, he could have still done stuff if he wanted to. Yes, it's unfortunate for him because it did like have like a huge part in like the final 3 happening what it is, but like that's not an excuse. Like, okay, it was one self eviction. Like, yes, I mean it was a big deal in a sense, but like you could have won final 4 HOH. You could have like swayed the votes. You could have done anything. Like you could have figured it out, right? Like it happened. Like it's like it's not like it's a reality situation, right? Like there's no point like trying to like say it was fucked over, whatever. Like it's the final 3. It's what it is.
Okay, so Noavi's saying that Hans won nothing other than the first veto.
I'm not sure. I assume so.
Okay, so is that everything that people want to talk about Hans with?
I mean, his second chances arc, like since I was from season 1 and I got to see him from his original season, his second chances arc is kind of insane.
How so?
He was like very over the top negative, like week after week, and only survived a week by winning a veto, if I remember correctly. So like, it was a lot different this time around.
Fuck. Oh, I have a big Sam.
So would you
Are
say
you?
he's improved?
Are you okay?
Yeah,
No,
he's
I
improved a lot.
have a bake sale on Friday. I didn't know that.
Anyway, so what would you like to hear from Hans's speech other than a move that he's made, I guess, since you've already mentioned that?
Well, me as a juror, I want to see that, first of all, the winner has to own their game. So if they don't own their game, then I'm not going to vote for them. Like, you can have a perfect game. If Tessa comes out there and Tessa doesn't own their game, I can't vote for that person.
So what do you mean not own their game?
Like, they make a move and then they're like almost even denying that they made that move to try and save feeling.
Did he cut out? Did he cut out?
Okay, anyway, hello.
No.
Yeah, I feel like how like what do you mean? Okay, so how would you not like own up to her moves? What would that look like in like her speech?
I mean, it's tough to give an example, but if I was... Okay, I'm dying. I'm going to get off. Yeah, I can't really talk right now.
Okay.
And I have a debate tomorrow, so I got to save my voice.
Okay. From my perspective, it just it kind of seems like you're trying really hard to like from my perspective, it seems like you're like really biased against Tessa and Amanda. Like you're really like pro hands, which I get like because you guys were allied or whatever. But I'm just like wondering why like you're so Like you seem like kind of prejudiced against them. I'm just wondering like why that is. Especially after like you nom both of them for like in the triple. Okay.
So Romy saying he's playing devil's advocate.
I have to laugh. I kind of have to.
I'm just reading these for the recording.
Oh, hold on. Okay, because that seems weird how like in the triple you nommed both women, fought for Skylar to be evicted, and then are consistently shitting on both women in final three when they clearly played the better game. So I'm just wondering if there's like a reason for that that's like ingrained in who you are. Okay. All right. I'm interested. It's just a little interesting how you seem a little gung ho to get out the women or to like go against the women in the org. Just from my perspective, I was just wondering, just asking a question because I was just wondering. Why would you want an inactive out in a double? Like, why would you gun for an inactive to be evicted in a double eviction? Um,
Hold on, I'm waiting for Isaac to say something, but
Okay, hi. Everyone can hear me, right?
yep.
Okay, so my question is kind of to do with the entirety of the final three, but does the diversity aspect of the final three influence how anyone's going to vote? For example, Amanda would be the second Latina winner. Amanda would be the first female Asian winner, and Hans would be the first Black winner. Does that influence how anyone is going to vote?
Hold on.
Girl. So Robbie just found out Hans is Black.
Well, I think it's obviously a really great thing. Wouldn't every winner be like the first of like their thing? Like, has there been like a female Latino, female Asian, and a Black?
Amelia.
Amelia.
Who's a Black male? Oh, who's a female Asian? Who is it? Oh, Amelia. Oh, I forgot. Okay. But isn't Amanda also queer?
Is Amanda
Yeah.
what?
Also
Yes.
queer?
She is.
Okay, so the first queer female Latino woman. Oh, female woman, whatever. Yeah, female. Yeah, whatever, same thing. Yeah, I think that like personally, I'm going to vote for best game just because everybody is diverse in a sense. I feel like that gender disparity in the final three does press some people in the jury, which is unfortunate. But personally, it doesn't affect me, so I'll vote for Tessa.
Interesting. Does anyone else have any thoughts on the subject matter?
No, Avi thinks it shouldn't affect the vote. Keegan, Romy, anything?
We said no, this is Discord.
Yeah, I don't think it. I didn't even think about it, so no, I don't think it's gonna affect anything.
And Romy said the same thing. Okay.
He doesn't see blackness. It's okay.
All right. So I think that's it for the conversation about Hans. Should we move on?
Yes, we should.
All right. So next, let's talk about Tessa.
All right, but
So, what do we think about Tessa's game, and what do you think she excelled in?
Well, since I'm like the only one in the voice, I'll go first. So obviously, I think she like snapped, of course. She had a very bad like negative, well, she had a very bad public image of herself to everybody from the viewers lounge because, of course, she had a huge blow up, a really bad one actually, and ever since then, like she's kind of been, not the best character to have, So because like with hands, like she had like a bad public image, but still made it this far. I think that's good game wise. She obviously was like really strong in my opinion. She had the comms down, she had the social down, she had the strategic down. From my perspective, she had like tons of like alliances and allegiances, which is obviously a really good thing to have in a winner. And yeah, I just think that like she deserves to win.
And Noavi says Tessa definitely did better, I think, in the better social slash comp play, especially during the jury phase, and it really ramped up there for her. What do you think about her journey throughout the season and how she's gotten to the final three? Has she struggled a bit, or did she have an easy ride?
She only really struggled when people got people like were in power that like weren't on her side, wanted her out. Other than that, from like my perspective, her social and strategic was always like really strong. Like for example, like in the first like weeks, like she was already running shit, and in the entire game she's just been like running shit in my opinion. Um, and then like at the end, like she's winning all the comps, which is obviously a really good thing to have. Zach did that, Brian did that, people do that, so that's really good. That just proves that she should be a winner. But like generally with her journey, I feel like it was really good because in my opinion, except for like two HOHs that she didn't win, she was always like in a strong position. So I respect that personally.
What about everyone else? Were you guys close to Tessa at all in the game? Did you guys work with her, or Navi says perhaps he was? Romy says, I wanted to work with Tessa, but it got back to me that Tessa talked shit about me early in the game.
Everybody did. What? Did I lie?
So does that affect... So Tessa apparently refused Romy's attempts to work with her. Does that affect your view of Tessa in any way and her gameplay?
Why would she align with somebody who's like on the bottom of the house?
Romy.
I just feel like, I mean, like it's bad for her to like be aligned with like somebody that's like not playing the best. So like I see why she would do that. Um, who requests to work with somebody?
Hold on, Romy's typing. But Keegan, Noavi, do you have anything to say about Tessa's journey?
I mean, I think for me, socially, she was really strong, and she kind of like stuck out to me, I guess, which is why I talked to her a bunch and like actually like bonded with her, I guess. And I didn't think she'd like ever betray me, and like she did at I think it was like final 6 or final 7. Yeah, I wasn't gonna nominate her even. I was gonna nominate like Hans and Amanda and Gabe. I wasn't even gonna think about going after her.
Do you think it was a bad move to to betray you, or do you think it was
I mean,
the
yeah,
correct time?
I think it was. I don't know what she was like. It's from my perspective, it was bad, mostly because I went out and I was like gonna protect her, but she didn't know that.
Is there anything that she could have done better in the game?
So what is threat management?
Blue? Is there anything Tessa could have done better in the game?
Management, apparently.
Oh,
Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you meant like managing like the threats that she gives out to people or something like that.
so would you say she was a big threat throughout the game?
Was she threat early in the game? Because I didn't like know about that.
It's obvious she was a big threat toward the end, but used her comp prowess with a lack of other comp beasts, according to Noavi. So would you say it's good that she was such a threat in the beginning and made it to Final 3? And won so many comps to get there? So Noavi thinks you could say it's a bad thing that Tessa needed comps to stay afloat. Does anyone agree or disagree?
I think it's like respectable that like even though she was like a massive threat, she still like managed to like make it to the end. Like even if she needed comps, like that doesn't change how she's still like all the way here while making big moves, right? Like it's not like she used like her comps to, like do bad stuff. Like she like used her comps and like made the most of it and like actually like did like powerful boss ass shit, right? And so like I see like how like maybe it's like oh she like lied on comps or whatever, but even if she did like so did Matt, so did Vlyn, so did Zach, like so did so many other people as well. So like it's still a good gameplay that like deserves to win. That's how I see it. So I don't know. How could the path? How could have her path been easier while making big moves? Like you need comps to, like make it like to survive while doing big ass shit, or else you're gonna get cut. Duolingo.
Tessa made herself valuable to people by abusing the big things going on, like Q and then the Walker situation, then Keegan's blow up. Does anyone share the same view?
I don't know like what you mean. Like you mean like exploring the big things going on so that she was less of a threat? Like basically like using them to like put herself. Oh okay yeah I get that yeah I agree. But that being said, like she even like was like involved in like most of those things. Like I don't know about like Keegan's whatever because I wasn't there, but for Q and Walker like that was like her right. So um I think like she still like called out like some of those. She still like made like some of those plays and still like came out looking good, which is like, in my opinion, really impressive. So
I'm trying to remember. Did any of you play with Tessa in her original season?
only Q, and Whisk and one more person did.
Work.
So I don't think so. It was somebody. Who was it?
A
It
guy.
wasn't Greg. It was who?
A guy.
Yeah, guy. Yeah. So nobody here played with her for a season.
So did anyone come in with some type of, I guess, opinion about Tessa, and then was it changed or did it stay the same?
I mean, yeah, with me obviously, because like I suggested like that she should come back to BBD. So like I knew like from before like she had like this tendency to like blow up and like do messy shit. Like when she told Dara to kill herself. But I feel like she kind of redeemed herself because like of her Discord rehab, and I feel like she was like pretty nice to people this time. So I feel like I kind of think she's more of a nice person now than she was on her last season and around then. So my opinion of her grew positively personally. Yeah, she did. She told Lara to kill herself. But no, but she apologized and like everything's fine now. But it was last year. Okay, no, yeah, it didn't happen. I'm just lying. Anyway, so next question.
So you would say that she has improved from her original season? Based on what you've heard from or seen from her original season?
She got 9th, right? So like 9th to 3rd is pretty, good.
Who said third? That was so rude. Who said third?
At least 3rd. I didn't say she's gonna get 3rd. I mean, she at least got 3rd.
Oh, okay, cool. Because it's gonna be first. You'll see. Just kidding. Might be third. I don't know. Yeah. Because like I feel like oh sorry. Oh sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, because if she doesn't like win final HOH, like she's done, right? So she could get third. But I'm hoping not personally, but like it could happen.
And is there anything you guys are like unclear about with Tessa's game, or you guys like want to hear more of?
I feel like because like she played like a good game and she had like ties to like most people, I want to like see like what other ties she had like other than like me or like who I knew about. It would just be cool to like see like her like ties with everybody else in the house and like because I know like a bit of her plan because like we like we're a duo, but I don't know like her entire game. So I just kind of want to see like the rest of her game like and I don't know like her overall gameplay, I guess. Yeah, I agree with no Avi.
Okay, so it seems like you guys are inclined to vote for Tessa if she is in the final 2. Let's talk about Tessa's competition wins. Did she win the important competitions, or or were there times where she won when she didn't really need to?
I can't really tell if she needed to win like the veto when she was nominated by Gabe, because like Yag isn't here to tell if he would have actually voted her out. But I think won them to make big moves, like taking out Walker and stuff. So I think they're important in that sense.
Do you think it was the right timing for those moves?
I think.
Joshua, did you hear the question?
Didn't, sorry. I apologize.
It
I was
was it was Tessa won a lot of competitions. Do you think she won them at like did she win like important competitions, or did she win competitions that she didn't really need to?
I don't know if she did the one that was right before the triple eviction, which I think was final 13, where she got Walker out. I feel like she would have been like safe, like personally, but I don't know for sure. So I don't think she needed to have it, but like other than that, like all her comments, in my opinion, were like necessary because they were all at jury, like after she was a massive target. So like in my opinion, I think it was like pretty necessary. So yeah, I think it was like pretty vital to her game.
And her strategy, do you guys think she set herself she set herself up well enough to make sure that she would stay safe no matter who was HOH or whoever won the veto?
Not post triple eviction, but pre triple eviction. Yeah, I think she did because like she was like playing pretty well socially, like pretty well, like really well, and nobody nommed her. But like after triple, like she couldn't have. I don't think she could have afforded for people for not to have HOH most of the weeks because I feel like except for Amanda or like, I don't know, maybe Keegan or something, most people would have nommed her like Romy, Gabe, Whisk, Hands, that kind of stuff. I agree with that. So like, but her strategy, like being a lot better pre-jury, wasn't necessarily because of her. It was because she got nommed, right? And so like she had to like it had to be a lot better. It had to be it like her game suffered because she was nommed, which wasn't really her fault. Like she wasn't nommed for like blowing up or like doing something wrong. She was nommed for like playing too well. So like her like playing too well and like, getting nommed for that ruined her game. Well, it didn't ruin it, but like made her game like worse moving forward. But yeah.
Why do you think her strategic game kind of just went down a bit after jury started?
Because of the triple, probably. She was known by then as like a threat. Like everybody knew it. Like it was like made public, that kind of stuff. So
Okay, does anyone want to say anything else about Tessa?
oh Tessa, I just feel like it's like why is it so dead? Like oh like it's so quiet. It's so boring. Like can we like have a fight, please? Does anybody want to fight for fun? That'd be fun. That'd be cool. If anybody wants to fight, then like we should fight. But like you know, let's get this more popping. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this more live, more lit. So wants to fight. Keegan, you're a dumb, stupid bitch. You don't deserve to be here because you played terribly. And in my opinion, you're just a flop hoe.
I know.
Okay. That didn't work. So back to the
All right, let's move on to oh, Navi has something to say.
let's get a fight, let's get a fight, let's get a fight. Like, ooh, fight, 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 fight. Yes you do, yes you do, yes you do. Yes you do. Wait, go off. Pop off, King. Snap. Legend. Okay. Interesting. Oh, jeez.
Okay, let's go to Amanda. What do we think about Amanda's game?
I think it was good. So sick.
What do you think was good about Amanda's game?
I think she had the comp wins. Well, some of them that she like won, which is cool for herself. She had a good social with Gabe, which got her saved. So that's cool as well. Also she played a game in my opinion, so I was all good as well for her. Yeah, she was a good player. And I'm sure you have your own reasons as to why she played well. Was to you. Hey.
Keegan, Noavi, opinions on Amanda's game?
I think she did well to recover from that first HOH she got because I feel like that might have exposed her a bit. Because I remember her like begging me to take it because she didn't want to like expose. Because she said that she couldn't nominate like anyone without burning someone, but she ended up making it through that HOH okay.
Do you think she struggled to get to the final three, or did she have an easier time compared to the others?
I think if her and Tessa weren't like so close, she wouldn't be in the final three because like she's here because Tessa didn't like nom her, right? So, well, maybe she did like final four. But like before that, like Tessa didn't nom her, so I feel like her like social with like Tessa kind of carried her to the end. Because she only won HOH once, I don't know if like she would be here in another situation.
So Navi thinks. Go ahead, Keegan.
Oh, I mean, like, I tried to call her out for the house, like to tell everyone she's like a threat, and no one believed me, and she's sitting at final three. So I think she played well to like not be a threat. So it was like kind of easy.
Okay, so Navi thinks she had a bit of a struggle. She had an obvious duo with Gabe. Does anyone think her obvious duo with Gabe would make her a target?
I didn't even think she was aligned with Gabe, to be honest, because like she kind of reassured me that Gabe was playing kind of snaky, and I thought like she had like this ping on Gabe's game that like she'd eventually like betray him or take him out. So I wasn't really worried about her and Gabe as a duo.
How much influence do you guys think she had on what happened in the game?
I honestly don't know if like what like we've yet to hear from her at like a FTC, but I literally have no idea what she did. Like I know what she did, like she played well to get here, but I don't know what she influenced.
And then coming into the game, how did you how did you feel about Amanda, and did she did she did she do what you expected, or did she exceed your expectations?
I try not to worry about pregame relationships, but obviously I knew she was like a huge threat that could easily just make it to the end, and she did again. So I'm not really surprised that she's here.
And compared to her original season, how, from the information you know now, how would you say she performed on this season?
I mean, I wasn't here during her original season, so I have no idea. But I think she got 6.
She got shot 6. Yeah. Her original season, she was playing pretty good. I think like she wasn't like a flop or anything. Like, she was like playing socially well. Kind of the same thing here in my opinion. And then she kind of relied on Zach for some of those comp wins to make it far. But then she got cut because I think what happened was her and Zach were on the block, and then Zach won veto, and then somebody was renom, and then Amanda was voted out.
Under my HOH.
Girl,
So, does anyone have any final thoughts on Amanda?
I don't have any to say. I'm just kind of appalled that like there's such fake ass bitches that walk this planet. Like just take it in like, these like fake ass bitches really exist. These people really are these they're this fake and they feel okay with themselves. Like it's just kind of disgusting to me. Like imagine lying about your identity and pretending to be somebody in the jury. Like you're literally a fake person. You won't come to VC. This person used to be in VC at 3 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m. in the morning, and now he's in bed at 10 p.m. Like what? You're literally such a liar. I'm so done with it because he's not even trying to be a good like alt. Like he's always like with this like stupid like new reasons that don't even exist in the first place. And he thinks he's like sick with it. Like no, you're not. I caught onto your shit immediately because your shit was lying about it. Like why? You're not Gabe.
Josh, what are you referring to?
I'm referring to how Gabe made a new account, got an alt to come on that account, and then talking jury house for him while he's battling back in the house.
So you think that Gabe is still in the game?
He's either in the game or in sequester. But
interesting.
Okay.
all right, Isaac, do you want to ask your general questions?
Yeah, I have a few general questions about the final 3. Out of the 3, who played the best social game? Like, I'm gonna go down the line, but to start, who, like, in your opinion, just to you personally?
Tessa.
So Tessa, I'm guessing from everyone. What about comp wise?
Tessa.
Yeah, Tessa.
And what about like personability, like in your one-on-ones?
Tessa.
Yes.
So it sounds like Tessa across the board then. Is there, what would Hans have to do and what would Amanda have to do to win against Tessa? Assuming they're in the final 2 against her.
If Tessa has like the biggest breakdown in the final 2 like speech, maybe. But that's like the only thing I can see happening if she makes it. That I wouldn't vote for her, but I'm probably gonna vote for her. Can I can't say that, can I? I might. I think she's playing the best game.
Okay.
I do too.
It's okay. You can say who you're gonna vote for.
So it'll take a miracle for anyone to win against Tessa, what it sounds like.
Yeah. If Amanda was like actually like secretly playing an amazing game and like running shit, that'd be really awesome to hear. I'd probably vote for Tessa still unless it was like humongous shit. But it'd be cool to like see if like Amanda was actually like playing an amazing game. That'd be cool to see.
Interesting. Does anyone typing have anything to say? going to take that as a no. Well, my next question would be, sorry, my bad. My question would be if, hold on.
Isaac, you cut off.
Yeah, I'm looking through my notes. 1 second.
Let's discuss. What should we discuss? Let's discuss Netflix shows. Are you guys watching any good shows right now? Avi or Keegan or other person? Huh? What is that? Oh, Disney Plus. Wow, must be nice to have Disney Plus. Wow. That's nice.
Go. Anyway, let's go to my question. Who do you guys think was like the most aware of what was going on in the game, or yeah?
So TESSA. That's a my reasons why or something.
Yeah, and who do you think is the next one after Tessa?
I think it's Tessa because like she had the most ties, so naturally she would, in my opinion, she had the most ties. So naturally that comes with knowing the most stuff and like having the most control. After Tessa, it would be Amanda. Then it would be Slimy, and then it would be Hans. Simply because Hans knew nothing.
I don't want to be boring, so I think Hans did, like, unless he was like definitely like BSing me in his like final words to me in my exit interview. I think he definitely had like knew more than what was going on. I think he had like a hold on, not like a hold, but like he had a good read on most people.
In what way? Like, did he like know like about like Amanda or like something like that, or is that what you mean?
What's up?
Do you mean like he like knew about like Amanda being a good player and like that kind of stuff, or like something else?
I think he was very observational. Like, I think he definitely knew more than we think, maybe, but we haven't heard from him yet, so we'll see.
I think he's like, I agree with you, Abby. I think he's like more subtle, but I feel like I don't know if he necessarily knows more, but like I feel like he's better at like I feel like he's better at missing the other people so that they don't know that he knows like more than he actually appears to. But I don't know if he knows more like in reality than the other people. But he's good at like hiding like what he knows, I think. If he does like know a lot of stuff and like, has good reads and stuff.
He kind of reminds me of, if you watch Big Brother Canada 7, someone got sent into a room to watch.
Yeah.
And he like to watch their house guests. He got to watch an alliance being made, and he didn't do anything.
Yeah, David, wasn't it like it was that guy, right? Like that like hold on, what's his name? It wasn't Dave.
Damien?
Oh yeah, Damien. Yeah, it was Damien. Yeah, that's yeah, I see that. Yeah, that sucks. Maybe like Hans gonna win LHOH, kick out like Tessa, and just like snap and be like, "Yo, I'm running the shit now, bro. I've been always running the shit since like day one. I've been the king of that house. You don't even know." And like he's gonna go off. Like I don't know. That'd be awesome to see. That'd be awesome. But like I don't know.
Okay, so does anyone have any lasting thoughts about their goodbye messages from the final three?
I think my one from Gabe was very fucking stupid. Like Gabe is just a very interesting person. Like he was so like mad and like so like hungry for revenge for Walker when Walker literally threw his name out. Like how does that work at all? Like did Walker not throw his name out when like he like disliked Keegan or whatever and Amanda or whatever? Like how does that actually work? And secondly, he was feeling so nice. Like he didn't like he was playing so well himself. Yes, you got me out. Congratulations. But like, I don't know. Like he okay. I'll put it this way. He was like trying to be smug in his GBM to a cheater, which was like very stupid to me. And then also, he wasn't playing the best like in the first place. Like it was Tessa and then Amanda ahead of him. Maybe him there, but like that's it. So I feel like my GBM from Gabe was like very bad. My GBM from Yag I really liked. Like he was like really sad, which is like nice to see. Made me feel good. I had a good one from Keegan, I think. Avi was like, "Yo, fuck you. You tried to get me out. Fuck you. You're going home." That kind of sucked, but it's okay. Tessa gave a good one. It was like really short. Yeah. What were yours, Keegan?
The only one I can remember is Hans and Gabe's, mostly because Gabe was just like apologizing, and Hans was kind of like, I don't know, he seemed to like know what was going on, but I feel like he took credit for my eviction. Like not took credit for it, but he took credit for like part of my eviction and like why I went out, which didn't seem right to me. So like that wasn't like the best lasting effect on me.
All right,
And what
Isaac.
about the final three? Since Gabe is not final three. Like, did their goodbye messages have an impact on how you viewed them? Like, was anyone bitter afterwards after reading theirs? Or like, did you see a new perspective of their game?
So Noavi says Tessa's GBM struck me as odd because she said she didn't want to make Amanda mad and apologize.
So do you think that Amanda had influence over Tessa based on that goodbye message?
I have a question. Um, so do you guys think that the person who deserved to win the game is sitting in the jury right now, or do you think the winner of the season belongs in the final three?
I think they're in the jury.
Without answering yourselves, so like consider somebody else
The real answer is yourself.
here.
I think everyone in the final three deserves to be at the final three, and everyone in the jury did something to get themselves into the jury. So I think everyone there deserves it more than us.
All right.
I don't think there's any real like goats.
I agree. I personally, it's probably just like, my bitterness, but I personally think that I played better than him. If I'm incorrect for that, I'm incorrect for that. But I do think I played better than him. But Tessa and Amanda, 100% deserve to be there, for sure. Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
wait, what?
so
Oh, sorry.
oh,
Okay. Oh,
so
okay. Never mind. Sorry.
let's go through a scenario of Hans versus Amanda in the final two. What do you think you guys would happen?
I think. But I don't think it would be like a super far vote. I'd like think it would be like it's a jury of 7, right? So I'd say like probably like 4-3 or 5-2. It was like Romy, maybe Keegan, maybe somebody else. I feel like Amanda would win.
What?
Did you say what?
Yeah.
Don't you hate Amanda? You called her out and stuff.
Well, yeah, that was for like my own game. That wasn't like me not gonna vote for an FTC.
Okay. Moose face like 20. Rick Stevens from EOE was it? I don't any of that means.
Isaac, any more questions?
Not that I can think of.
Um, I guess my question would be, what what are you guys looking for in a winner for this season, and what do you want the winner to represent for the season?
Talent, acclaim, beauty, and success.
So Noavi
Oh, yeah,
says
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I see that. I see that.
Tessa and how she changed from how she played first would be a good representation of second chances.
Yeah, I agree for sure. For sure. Definitely. Like she like wait, am I frozen right now? Anybody hear me right now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, okay, whatever. Anyway. Yeah, like she had like an actual this like giant metaphor, this philosophy thing. Like, yeah, like she had a second chance at life. You know what I mean? So yeah. And it was bad too. Like it was really bad. Like how like people used to like hate her. Like it was bad. So like if like that view of her has like positively changed, then like she like actually could like she literally like redeemed herself using her second chance in both ways.
All right. Does anyone else have anything to say about the final three?
So actually, yeah, I do. Tessa. It's Tessa.
Work.
um, is there anything else we should discuss other than like the final three? All right.
No, nothing else.
Okay, let's discuss. Let's just Yo, Keegan, are you here?
Sup?
What should we discuss? Discuss our favorite experience from the entire season. You can go first.
Or what?
Our favorite experience from like the entire season.
Oh god. Maybe like the voice chat at the beginning with everyone. Like I don't know if you were there for that, but I think that was like a good introduction to how it was gonna be.
I wasn't there, but sounds cool. Sounds interesting. Sounds lit. I think my favorite experience was probably. Do you want to go first?
Oh, let's switch this question up. Favorite moment from each of the final three.
My favorite moment was when. Oh my god! I'm gonna guess. Oh my god! I can't. If I say that, okay, I'll just. Okay, I'll just say it. My favorite moment was when Tessa got Walker out, just because not because it's like Walker or whatever, but like it was a big move. It was really surprising, and I feel like it really like it really like put the game in motion. Like I don't like it because it like Walker was evicted necessarily, even though he had to be. But I feel like it was a really good moment because like it really like set the game in like it really like got like shit going on because like the first few weeks were so stale, but then like she like got shit like moving and stuff. And then for hands, I'd say my favorite moment was when oh yeah, what was when oh actually I don't know if I can say this. Kind of like say stuff that I could discuss in like my one-on-ones and stuff. If I discuss something in my one-on-ones, it wasn't like a public thing. I still like discuss it in the jury roundtable right now.
I mean, you can say what your experience was, but not if you have like a screenshot or something.
Yeah, of course, of course. Okay, so basically, there was this person, you might know him, called Masshole from the original server, like the big like Big Brother server, it has like 1,000 members. And basically, he catfished as this gay porn actor, and Hans recognized who the gay porn actor was. And so I told Tessa that he was gay because I thought he was because he like recognized this like person from like a gay porn. But then so basically Tessa was trying to like talk to him like in sign language about like gay stuff, and then Hans like randomly was like, "I just went on this date with a girl. It was amazing." And Tessa blew up on me because she thought he was gay. It was kind of funny at the time. Yeah.
All right.
Oh my god! Did you hear that?
Yes. Favorite moment from Amanda.
Honestly, her pedo, because like she was nommed and she still looked like still looked so bomb in like her in the nom cheers. Like her pedo was like so good. Like I don't know, it's just like it was just amazing. Like it was like so like it just like stuck out to me because it was just like really really good. Like I remember seeing her in the triple, like being nommed and like I was just like surprised. Oh my god, stop texting me. Anyway, yeah, I think it was like her pedo was my favorite moment from her because it was just so good and so iconic. Oh my god, sorry, I'm sorry. How do you mute notice?
All right, Isaac. Anything else?
Yes, I have a final question. Who do y'all think is winning fan favorite?
Oh,
So who do you think is winning fan favorite? Right?
yeah.
Tessa. Can she win if she's in the final two?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I don't
feel
know
like
about final two, but I know a winner can't win.
yeah, okay. I feel like if like final two are excluded, then like okay, if like everybody in the final three has an equal shot at fan favorite, Tessa will win in my opinion, but the top three will have Amanda and Tessa in it for sure. If it's non-final three, I feel like it'll be Megan.
Walker, right?
Yeah, or Walker. That's facts. Yeah, Walker or Megan, I'd say.
Wait, Megan?
Yes. Why is that confusing?
It's not confusing.
Oh, okay, great. Because she's a queen.
I think if Tessa is like the last juror, she's definitely gonna win fan favorite.
That'd be funny if like Tessa won the season and FF. That'd be crazy.
Anything else?
Oh no, Abby, I asked who everyone thought was gonna win fan favorite.
Tessa. So, it was so ass. Oh my god.
Isaac, is there any more questions?
Discuss
Yeah,
something actually.
give me
like,
1 second.
What was your worst moment on the season? Like, what was like your personal like? When did you feel the worst?
Like feel the worst about something, like morally about something I did.
The most scared, the most sad, the most I don't know, like the most of a negative emotion.
When I got nominated by Amanda. Or actually probably like having Tessa drag me along for like 4 hours of like me thinking I could convince her to keep me. And like I stayed up to like 6 p.m. when I usually go to bed at like 2, trying to convince her, and I couldn't.
Yeah, for me, my worst moment was when well, my first time I felt like really bad was when I told Walker I was evicting him because basically I knew he was like playing really well. So like ever since like week 2, I wanted him out. But I felt like really bad at the last second because like I felt like bad for Walker like being robbed or whatever. So I felt bad then. And then I also was obviously sad when I got renominated at the triple eviction and I got evicted.
I would have rather kept you over Tessa, but no one else would have done that.
Thank you. And you know what? That makes me happy. That makes me happy in my social. But Yeg apparently also told me that in his GPM. And a couple hours later, hoping I was playing. But like Tessa, like, was I more of a threat than Tessa then?
What?
Was I more of a threat than Tessa then?
People thought that because you went off in that one comp for the HOH and the triple.
Ooh, it's just counting.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's. Right.
What was
Also,
your
people thought you were a duo.
I mean, but it was like obvious, right? Like it was really obvious.
I thought you and Walker were a duo.
Kind of were because I mean, we kind of like me and Walker had like 30 pages, and then me and Tessa had like 300 pages. So it's like a bit of a difference.
what was your favorite competition?
Not that fucking spot the difference thing. Not that competition, because that competition got me so fucked up the entire game. That comp right there could just like disappear and evaporate. Deal or No Deal was fun, so I lost because I opened like the biggest suitcases like all consecutively in the first like 5 opens, and it sucked. What other comps were there? What's a bullshit comp? Oh, that's something you guys did without me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Navi
Coming-
likes the bullshit one.
Coming from like season 1 where the comps weren't as in depth and like I guess is like produced as they are now, in a good way. I really enjoyed most of them, even though I threw a lot.
I feel like the best comp that didn't actually get to happen was the funeral competition where we got to write an essay about like the best winner. That would have been very fun. Also, I knew for a fact that Tessa would have won it, so it would have been fun to see her win.
Isaac, you want to ask the next question?
Yeah. What moments from the season do you think will define it after it's done and we look back 5 seasons later? Like, what are the most iconic moments of the season?
Probably the triple, I'd say. Or Walker's eviction will be a huge thing just because like Walker was robbed and that kind of stuff. Or maybe Bailey's blow up where he's like, guys are all fucking losers and left. I mean, Walker was playing really like that's true. That's true. He like called out like Keegan. Was it you, Keegan? Oh, it was Gabe, Amanda, and some other people. Oh no. So yeah, Keegan, what was your what do you think the most iconic moment would be for the server for the season?
I have no idea. Like, I kind of agree with you on the triple thing. Maybe like I enjoyed the chaos with Q in the beginning, and when he made like an 8-person alliance.
Fucking stupid. So fucking stupid.
Wait, that's another good question. Who do you guys think is going to be perceived as the villain? like at different points in the game.
Villain?
Isaac, you cut out.
Did I cut out?
Villain. I mean,
My bad. I was saying, who do you guys think is going to be perceived as a villain by viewers?
Do you want to go Keegan first? I feel bad.
What? No, I honestly have no idea.
All right, I feel like it would be maybe Q, because he wasn't like evil. He was just like he was like kind of like a pest, right? Like not in a bad. I mean, yes, in a bad way. Like he was being targeted. Like he won all the like comps, and he was like wreaking havoc in the house. The fuck is
Okay, any more questions from the specs?
Can this Bex talk? That'd be so fun. Please, that'd be so fun. Like Amelia, like she was a past winner. Like she could have a nice feature. If that's a thing.
Does anyone think they're going to have beef with anyone after the season? Like in the viewers' lounge? Should we expect some fights?
Probably. Walker probably. Like, and actually no, Walker maybe. I'm hoping not, but probably. And then Walker stands maybe. I don't want to assume that their statuses were about me, but if they were, I probably will get flamed pretty hard. No.
What statuses are you referring to?
Let me explain. Okay. I don't. Oh my god. Okay. Let me phrase. Why is everybody joining now? I feel like I did something wrong. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Okay, anyway. So what happened? Oh, hi, Gabe.
Fake Gabe.
Gonna speak?
He can't.
Hello.
It's not Gabe.
Bitch, was that wrong?
That's not Gabe. That is not Gabe.
The fuck? Go again. What was that? Whatever. Anyway, so
Girl.
Okay, if that's not really Gabe, how do you guys think he'll do in the finale?
In the finale, yeah.
Is
If
Gabe
Gabe was
gonna win
still
the
in the
season?
game, that'd be insane, and I'd probably vote for him. Maybe not over Tessa.
right. Okay. What was the Isaac question? Oh yeah. Okay. The status thing. Okay. Let me explain this entire thing. So, me and Walker were traditionally friends, like because we were like in season 2 we were like really close, and Alex we were really close. Like we were like have a history of being allies. But I knew that he was a good social player, so I had to target him. I didn't have to, but I wanted to target him for like being a good social player. So then me and Tessa kind of like planned his eviction since like day 2. Like we knew both like that how good of a player he was. And then I felt really bad for Walker for evicting him, and he told me that if you lied to me, you're getting blocked for life. So that happened. And then also, can you shut the fuck up for 5 seconds? Oh my god. Anyway, so then after he got evicted and I got evicted, some statuses in the viewers lounge were saying clown. Some people who are known to be friends with Walker. So I assumed that they were calling me a clown because I got Walker out. And so I think that there might be something wrong with that there. But if it turns out that their statuses weren't about me, then that's cool.
Interesting.
Who do you guys think deserves to be in All Stars 2 if that happens from this season?
I don't want to say me because I don't want to be like that. Like it's me, whatever. But like I feel like I played kind of well. If it isn't me, that's fine. But I feel like I personally played kind of really well for when I was there. So it'd be cool. But Tessa obviously played like amazingly. She dominated, and so if she got third, then like she deserves it 100%. And Amanda deserves it as well. But yeah, Amanda deserves it as well.
Girl, anyway. So I think that's it.
Okay. All right.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Oh my god, shut up.
Bitch.
What was that?
Gabe, you got
Get
something to
bold
say?
now. That's what I thought. Don't get bold now.
Suck my ass.
It definitely Gabe. Okay. So what took you so long, Gabe, to
I
get
got diagnosed for anxiety today.
what's going on? Did y'all hear that?
Gabe, do you have anything to say about the final three?
Who are they again? Wait, is it someone?
So okay. 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 I know. I was right for what I did, okay? Because I don't trust you guys. You guys do the messiest, snakiest shit to like get your like battle bats, whatever, under control. So I was perfectly valid in being paranoid. And you know what? I was almost correct. I was almost correct. I was this close to being correct. Okay. So I was valid in my beliefs. You know what? I think it's still an alt. I think what you guys did is you guys got DR to code some next freaking bot thing that like automates his voice, and now he's speaking through that bot right now.
Anyways, so everyone can win. I don't care, but like Tessa is winning and that's on period. Oh my god, like
I hate women.
Is that it, Gabe? Anything more?
I need help. Oh my god. What? I wanna go. I have school tomorrow and like I am dead. Like, oh my god.
All right, guys. So we talked a lot. You guys can feel free to talk more and discuss. There's still some time between now and the actual finale. Just remember, whoever you guys choose will represent your season, and you guys know that the audience would love to see a great winner. So vote carefully, vote smart. Just remember to think about each player's game and determine who you really think deserves to win based on who's in the final two. And there's still one more juror to join you. So just remember to keep the winner club skinny and take the vote
That's sad
seriously.
talking.
Say Amanda. Yeah. We'll consider your words heavily